What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Home Depot with the ticker symbol HD. This was a viewer's request, and thank you for your donation. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Home Depot sold off just like all the other stocks in the market. It's not immune to the selling, and it looks like it pulled back kind of like near the starting point of this up move right here in October. So we did have this uptrend in play. You can see if I connect the swings where the price action bounces, you can see that this uptrend is holding prices pretty well, and then recently we had a break outside of that uptrend. You can see these price bars are outside of it, and we did try to get a retest of the previous high but failed. It's close to the previous high, but I was expecting to surpass it, especially looks like a V bottom reversal. So there's a lot of resistance up here. If I put a trend line, you can see that there was some type of triple top and prices could not break through the 416 level. So you can see this was the first high, this was the second high, and this was the third test. So the third high, which is a triple top, prices sold off. Also due to a measured move being reached. You can see this was the first leg up right here. So everyone who probably got back here in October, and once they saw this consolidation pattern and this first move up, they were probably expecting the second move up. And you can see after this consolidation pattern broke, we got another thrust up before consolidating again. So this is this is a place where people took the profits, or people started to be bearish, and you can see that kind of worked out that way. The longs exited the market, the shorts entered the market. Prices sold off. We pushed right through the EMA, but this time we continued lower. Before we did push through the EMA, but we pulled back very quickly. This time we pushed through it, and it looks like we're coming back and finding resistance. So this is bearish. I think the market structure has changed, at least temporary. We could see lower prices, especially since we had this downtrend in play. This downtrend is holding prices very nicely. And recently we also had a break outside of this channel working lower. So there's a high probability we can retest the previous lows. And the previous lows of the downtrend is right at the 343 level. But I think we might even continue lower to reach the 338 level. So if we continue lower, which looks like Home Depot wants to do, then this is where I'm expecting prices to come to. There was some sideways action right here, so it looks like this was kind of like a breakout that failed and prices came back inside the sideways action. So normally when we do that, we could just continue lower, especially since we got rejected from the EMA, and this is the first breakout side of the channel. Just like we got here, prices still went up to the previous extreme. In this case, it's downside, so that's why I'm expecting Home Depot to continue lower. Can we continue higher? Yes. We don't have to retest these lows, but it's more probable for me to be bullish is that we just make a second leg up. We push through the EMA, maybe something like this, maybe come back a little bit, find some type of support, and just make higher highs and higher lows. So that's possible too, but it's not probable. I don't see it happening as of right now. I think we're going to continue lower. Let me zoom out on the chart. Obviously, when I say lower, it doesn't mean Home Depot's forever going to continue to trend lower. I'm thinking that prices will eventually go back up, especially since it looks like this uptrend is in play. Let me just drag it down a little bit more. So this looks like the uptrend that Home Depot is inside of. Let me fix it a little better. So this is close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is close enough. So pretty much since 2020, we've been in a spike in channel. So this is kind of like the spike up, and prices have been going inside of a flatter channel, this 45-degree angle. So it's still very bullish, but we are in the corrective phase of the market, kind of like what we had here, or over here. So this is no different. This is the corrective phase, and I'm expecting prices to pull back to the 337 level and maybe get a bounce from the support side like we did back here before going back up. So that's all I have for Home Depot on the daily chart. Let's go ahead and wrap it up on the weekly chart. Before I show you guys the weekly chart, the analysis portion, just go ahead and drop down in the comments what's your guys' average price, or if you're interested in buying Home Depot at a certain point. So you can see that, like I said, it's pretty much a spike in channel uptrend, and this looks like the trend that Home Depot is respecting. That fits pretty good. So it looks like we did get that bounce very close to it. Maybe we were inside of a 45-degree channel the entire time. Let's just take a look at the daily chart. So that fits pretty good right there too. It's not that great. I think the spike in channel fits good. This one also works too, and it would make sense why we got that recent bounce right here at the 343 level. Let me drag this up one more time. So either way, I'm still expecting prices to continue lower, even if this looks like a bounce from the support side of the channel. But we could continue higher also. But I'm suspecting lower prices first, because you can see before we were being supported by the EMA, the moving average. We were being supported by it. We got bounces from it. But this time we just pushed right through it. We came back up, found resistance. So that looks bearish. So I think we can get another, maybe not another huge move down like we did the first time, but at least a pullback, another one, before continuing with the trend. So that's what I'm assuming. It doesn't have to happen. If I'm a trader, it doesn't care which way the market goes. I'm just waiting for it to move. You just don't want to be trading in the choppiness like here. You just want to wait for prices to be moving. So if it moves down, or if it gives a short signal, then I take a short. If it moves up, I get in with the trend. So, it doesn't necessarily matter for traders, but investors, you want to get in at the cheapest price possible and kind of buy the dip, sort of say, at the right time to be in the green. So you can see we did break below the EMA here, but that was a failed breakout because we were going sideways. See, we're going sideways. We had a failed breakout, which is just a trap. There's a lot of traps in the market. That's how they move them. That's how they move the market. They put in traps. So people were short selling right here, and they got trapped because the prices reversed on them. So that was different. Over here, we pushed through the EMA with a thrust. We pulled back, found resistance, and there's a possibility to continue lower to reach the 330s. So that's what I'm suspecting. But eventually, I'm still expecting higher prices. Nothing really looks like a top in the market as of right now. So, I mean, that's for like the good companies, the very large ones, the well-known ones. Obviously, there's a lot of companies that are hitting the 52-week lows, and it might be a while before we see new all-time highs. But for things that are in an uptrend, I'm still expecting the trend to continue after this correction phase. But is there a possibility for just prices to bounce here and continue higher? Yes, it is, but I think it's less likely. I showed you what would need to happen for prices to be bullish. So if it doesn't, then we're probably going to continue lower and be bearish. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised at what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver good content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.